10,000 years ago, humans planted the first seeds of farming, villages grew, and slowly, the first cities rose from the earth. Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, these were not just settlements, they were the birthplaces of civilization. As thousands of people began living together, the old ways of village life were no longer enough. The anonymity of the crowd created new tensions. In a bustling marketplace, how could you trust a stranger when neighbors argued over property? Who could be the final judge? Without a shared system of rules, these new urban centers threatened to unravel into chaos. Life in a city demanded order, trade needed trust, disputes needed impartial judgment. The solution was a revolution in human thought. Write it down. Instead of just talking about fairness and justice, people made them real by putting them into words and rules everyone could see. Under the authority of kings, scribes etched these new social contracts onto wet clay. These weren't just records of grain, they were records of right and wrong. A rule could now outlive the person who made it, creating a permanent standard for the entire community. And so, the first laws were written. Nowhere was this more powerfully realized than in Mesopotamia. King Hammurabi of Babylon carved his comprehensive code into a towering stone stele for all to see. Its most famous principle, an eye for an eye, wasn't a call for vengeance, but a radical concept of proportional justice, meant to prevent escalating feuds. For the first time on such a grand scale, justice was no longer a matter of personal memory or the whim of the powerful. It was law, set in stone. But civilization was not built only on stone and law. It was constructed upon something far more powerful, an intangible force that bound communities together. Belief, this was the invisible architecture of the human spirit, a shared faith in gods and the afterlife. It provided a common purpose that transcended individual existence, giving birth to the world's first great societies. In Egypt, this power manifested in structures of unimaginable scale. Colossal pyramids rose toward the heavens, their polished casings gleaming under the sun, divine bridges between the earthly and the celestial. These were not mere monuments, but intricate machines for eternity, tombs for pharaohs seen as gods among men. An entire society was mobilized, driven by a profound conviction in their sacred work. Halfway across the world, in the Indus Valley, belief took a different, more enigmatic form. The Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro, a marvel of engineering, hints at a deep reverence for water and ritual purity. While their script remains undeciphered, the structure itself speaks volumes. Its central placement suggests communal ritual was the very heart of their society, a practice that cleansed and unified its people. From Mesopotamian ziggurats to Europe's stone circles, this pattern repeats. Belief gave people profound meaning, a framework to understand their place in a vast and often frightening universe. It was the engine of civilization, uniting thousands under a single vision and fueling the creation of wonders that still leave us breathless today. With stability came invention. The Sumerians etched the first writing into clay tablets, cuneiform. In Egypt, hieroglyphs told stories of kings and gods. Writing gave memory to civilization. Numbers, trade, history, all carved into permanence. But where there was wealth, there was also conflict. Cities fought for land, rivers, and resources. Chariots thundered across battlefields. Empires clashed, and walls rose to protect what people built. Civilization was both creation and destruction. From Mesopotamia's laws to Egypt's monuments to the Indus Valley's mysterious streets, these civilizations shaped humanity. They gave us order, belief, knowledge, and power. They taught us how to live together and how fragile that life could be. And so, the dawn of civilization cast its first brilliant rays across the landscape of human history, illuminating a new path forward. The simple act of planting a seed blossomed into a revolution, anchoring nomadic peoples to the earth and giving rise to permanent settlements. This was a fundamental shift in human consciousness. From humble farms grew bustling cities, intricate webs of trade and culture. From sacred groves rose magnificent temples, monuments to humanity's search for meaning. And from these city-states, the first mighty empires began to take shape. Humanity had embarked on its greatest, most audacious experiment, society itself. But this was only the beginning. The stage was set for an even grander drama. In our next journey, we will venture into the age of empires. We'll witness the meteoric rise of powers like Rome, Persia, and Han China, and explore the complex forces that led to their decline. We will travel the dusty trails of the Silk Road, where goods, ideas, and beliefs flowed between continents, connecting distant worlds. We'll delve into the minds of great thinkers and stand on the battlefields where the fates of nations were decided. It's a story of breathtaking innovation, brutal conflict, and enduring knowledge that laid the very foundations of the world we inhabit today. Here at Factonic Facts, our mission is to bring you the wonders of history and science that have shaped our existence. If you believe in the power of understanding where we came from to know where we are going, then join our community of curious minds. Be sure to like this video, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and subscribe so you don't miss a single step of our incredible journey together into the past and future.